Look at all that boob dairy. That's a good amount of boob dairy. I figured out I'm probably making more milk than she needs, because before I was just pumping like 4 times out of, I feed her about 6 times a day, and I would just pump and feed her with a bottle about 4 times a day. And so at each bottle she'd get between 5 and 7 ounces. But she was starting to like throw up a lot. She was having a ton of dirty diapers, but she was throwing up a lot almost every time she ate. So I'm thinking maybe she's eating, I figured she's probably just eating too much. And she just never seemed hungry either. So I was feeding her every like 3 to 4 hours, about every 3.5 hours, with 5 to 7 ounces 6 times a day. And that just seemed like it was just too much. Now I'm just breastfeeding her and I'm pumping afterwards. And she seems to be fine on about 5 or 6 ounces every 4 hours. And that seems like just enough. And if I feed her really any more than that, then she starts to get sick again. So I'm just pumping after I feed her because I want to keep making more than she needs. That way I can build up my stash again, because I had over a half gallon of frozen milk, like, saved up. And then, I don't know, this might be TMI, but I was under the impression you won't get your period for a long time if you're breastfeeding. I got mine like last month, like 4th of July is when I got mine. And so when I got it, my milk supply went from like 6 ounces to about 1 ounce. And I think that's just because of all the blood loss and everything, but so that like almost completely wiped out my frozen stash. I think I have 2 bags of milk left in there. And so I need to build that back up. So luckily right now I'm making more than she needs, so I'm just pumping after she eats every time. So hopefully I can build my stash back up. Yeah, right now I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 bags left. And I'm gonna freeze the 6 ounces that I have, and hopefully it'll build this stash back up. Because I haven't had to give her formula since she was like less than a week old. So I would hate to give her formula again. If she has to have it, then I'll give it to her. But hopefully, if and when I get my period again, I will be ready for it. I think that counts as crawling. I think that counts. I feel mean moving it, but let's see. Oh my gosh. That totally counts. You crawled. You crawled. That totally counts. You can crawl, kind of, yeah. And you can push people's buttons. Does that count as crawling? I think that counts as crawling. It was forward movement and she used her arms and legs. I know she tipped a little, but I still think that counts as crawling. Holy crap.
Is it funny? Who is that baby? Is that a funny one? Let me see. What else do I have of Helena? Helena was upset here. Is he funny? That's an actual laugh. Were you being a brat? You were being a brat that day. You were being a brat that day. It's true. This is when you're at Grandma's. You funny?
Paper tapes are not meant for me.
I know you can't eat your hand. I washed my hand. I didn't wash my hand. I didn't wash my hand. I lied to the nurse. I didn't. I'll do it again. I would.